Hello, folks. This episode of the Smoking Tire Podcast is brought to you by Omaha Steaks. You know what's right around the corner? Father's Day. It's coming up soon. And what father doesn't like Omaha Steaks? Well, the vegan ones might not, but if it's like me, it's like my dad, me, my friends and their dads, they love the meats. And they have a special gift package coming up for Father's Day. They actually sent me one, and it comes with like so much stuff. It's a huge box, and it comes with a bunch of meats and a bunch of sides, and I've been making them up. You know what's really nice? Like, they're frozen, they're vacuum packed and frozen. So I like to sous vide. So I don't have to do anything. I just drop them directly from the freezer right into the sous vide, and they cook in the vacuum sealed packs. It's really actually convenient. Then I just finish them off in a pan with a little bit of garlic butter. Boom, done. It's really nice, actually. And they've got these desserts in there. They're these like caramel apple tartlets, and it's like a mini individual delightful apple pie. And it comes sealed in this cooler with dry ice. It comes right to your house. You throw it in the freezer, and you got meats all season. Right now, Omaha Steaks is giving a limited time offer to my listeners for Father's Day at 78% off. This is really an amazing deal. Here, it's a little confusing though, right? You go to omahasteaks.com and then type the word tire in the search bar. Go to omahasteaks.com and type tire in the search bar, and then you get this Omaha Steaks Father's Day package, which includes, are you ready for this, folks? 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 4 chicken fried steaks, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 all beef burgers, 4 jumbo franks, 12 ounces of all beef meatballs, 1 pound of steakhouse fries, 4 of those caramel apple tartlets, 1 seasoning packet, and 4 more burgers for free with the purchase. All that stuff I just read off, that's $49.99 if you go to omahasteaks.com and type tire in the search bar. You heard it, folks? $49.99, tire in the search bar, and add that Father's Day package to your cart. The offer ends soon. omahasteaks.com, and then put tire in the search bar and be the best son ever this Father's Day. Or be a total glutton like me and order the meats for yourself. We're also brought to you by Autotempest.com. You know what's annoying about anything in life? Double work. Doing work, that's fine. I like hard work. Hard work is rewarding. Everyone should like some hard work. But you know what sucks? Doing hard work twice. That's why Autotempest.com is here for you, right? Instead of having to search all these major car sites like Cars.com, Car Soup, Cars Direct, eBay Motors, Craigslist, on and on and on, Autotempest.com does it all for you, folks. You only have to go to one place. Whether you're just browsing around to see what the market looks like, whether you're trying to find a specific 2013 Ford Mustang GT convertible 6-speed with the sport package and a red leather interior, you don't want to have to bounce around to all the sites. Just go to Autotempest.com. They have you 100% covered. No questions, no problems. You just type it in. It all comes up. It's very easy. Autotempest.com. We love having them. And stay tuned at the end of the show. We got these special Haggerty collector car segments now. I hope you guys are enjoying them. Haggerty.com/newsletter to subscribe to the Haggerty Collectors newsletter. And, of course, car insurance and more at Haggerty.com. And now I am more than pleased to welcome back to the show our long-lost friend. He is hilarious. He's completely unlike us. We found him at the bar near our old place in Playa del Rey. He is a stand-up comedian from Virginia, a community activist, an all-around great person, and he was like our comic relief guest on like our first 5 podcasts ever. He's had an open invite for 6 years, and he has finally taken us up on it. It is Micah Bam Bamm White in studio. It's the Smoking Tire Podcast. Here we go. Show. Yellow folks. What's happening? It's the Smoking Tire Podcast at 10:05 a.m. on a Monday. This is like
I don't think it's ever felt more like work. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Bam in the studio. Not with Bam in the studio.
What's happening, man?
It has been, I didn't actually check. How far back do we have to go to find a podcast appearance of Micah Bam Bamm White? What year? 2000 and,
it was 2012 when I left LA.
Shit.
So
it might have even been like sub 100
for
episodes.
sure. He's on like episode 5. And then
like 1, 3, 5. I'm in those.
The earliest
the top
ones.
10s.
Yeah.
True.
First 10.
So the oldest, the OGest fans and the newest fans that started at 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out there, you will know Bam. If you're somewhere in between, you may not know Micah Bam Bamm White.
But you'll know me after today. So it's
after
all good.
today, he will, especially because he brought. I don't know why he did this. He brought his own truth-telling serum. He got a bottle of 1800. It literally is like we wake up in my house, we do this show, and then he gets in an Uber and goes to the airport and has to fly home. So like, why not get fucked up?
Yeah,
that's true.
So I decided to take a shot. I just took my first shot before we started the show.
10 o'clock.
So every 20 minutes, I'm going to take another shot. So I want to start with a theme question, and then at the end of the show, I'm going to answer that question.
Can there be a bonus if you don't actually get allowed on your flight?
Oh, that would be awesome.
A guy got kicked off my last flight.
For being drunk?
Yeah, and this was amazing. Quick segue. 2 airport employees got in a fight behind me, and I turn around. They're fist fighting.
What?
2 women are fighting. A guy drags them apart. This guy on crutches yells at them with like Lieutenant Dan's voice, and he's like, "If you don't calm down, I'll beat you to death with my crutches myself." I swear this happened. I swear to God this happened. The whole crowd kind of goes, "Yeah, good for that guy." Someone kind of talked to him. Good for that guy. And I was like, and I'm texting him like, "This is amazing." Get on the flight, and I hear the same voice, and he's coming down, and he sits right behind me.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Guy's hammered.
How do you feel about reclining your seat into his space?
Well, yeah, he was behind left across the aisle.
If you don't lean your seat back up, and I'll beat you to death.
And he asked for a drink, and the stewardess is like, "Sir, we've already discussed with the pilot, and we can't serve you anymore." And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to another stewardess." Long story short, he said, "Well, I'd like to take a different flight," and they're like, "That's fine." He got off the plane.
What?
He kicked himself
off the plane because they wouldn't let him drink. And we were sitting on tarmac, and they were like, "You can't have any drinks on this 3-hour flight."
They brought the plane back to the gate?
No, we hadn't pulled away yet.
Oh, my
He made this call quick. Oh, and he also said, "I'm headed to rehab." It was one of those. Like, he was trying to get all the last shots in.
That he could get in before he
could get in. Yeah.
But I don't think he knew all the instructions about what happens after you get off the plane. That was too quick of a decision.
Oh, my God.
I don't
That's
think they
amazing.
I will take a different flight then.
It's not just that easy, you know?
But imagine the awareness to kick yourself off the flight. That's unbelievable.
But the lack of awareness to think that you can just get on another one like a bus.
Exactly.
Right? This isn't a subway where you just wait until the next one shows up.
Well, he was hammered. He didn't put that together.
Nope.
Oh no. Should I talk about being hammered?
Oh my goodness, man. It was,
oh no. Should I talk about the other night?
Oh.
So
go ahead.
You want to start? You can start.
So I come to the West Coast because I was working with a program up at Stanford University. So I'm at Stanford. I text Matt like, I'm headed to LA. Matt just happened to randomly text back, "Well, yeah, I got another spot up in Palo Alto." I'm like, get the fuck out! Like, what are the odds?
I said it just that douchey too.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, I'm in Palo Alto. You know, that's where I am now. So we talk up this way. Can't wait to get back to LA and have a real conversation. But he met me at a spot. What the fuck was his name? The Patio?
The Patio.
Dude. So I decided,
never go back to.
Let's go back 6 years, dude, and let's do shots. So we start shots.
You Prince of Wales
Yeah,
drank.
I haven't seen Bam in 6 years. A lot has happened in my life in those 6 years. Mm-hmm. Primarily the fact that I don't do shots on Wednesdays.
and neither does Bam. Here's the problem with that.
God.
Yeah.
Only on fucking Monday mornings with tequila.
Right. So I started with vodka and Diet Coke, as you do, and met Bam at the bar. He brought his friend Craig, who's chilling. He's fucking cool. And Bam starts buying shots of tequila. Nice tequila. This tequila, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
1800. 1, 2, 3. It's getting good.
You don't drink tequila often,
Ever.
period.
I don't drink tequila
Even
ever.
6 years ago.
No,
So
I don't
just
drink a lot of tequila. No.
Hey, here's the thing. So Matt comes up to me after like the third one, and I say, "Yo, Matt." And before I said anything next, he looked at me. He didn't really say. He said it to the ceiling. He was like, "No more shots."
Yeah, no more shots. So I go take a piss, and as you do, looking at my phone, and I drop my phone into the urinal, which has other people's piss already in it because it's a gross bar. And I, in an ongoing piss, I'm actively pissing, and I'm wasted. And once the splash happens, that phone is dead to me. There's no coming back for that phone. I'm never putting that fucking thing near my face ever again. It's not just my pee. We're talking about who knows how many pees.
Here's the thing.
Maybe only pee, maybe not.
So let's break it down and let's turn this into a Negro conversation. Okay?
That's what I was thinking.
So yes. So here's what. So Matt comes to me. He goes, "Hey Bam, I need you to get me an Uber." And I'm like, "All right." So he calls you because he needed to get Hannah's his girlfriend's phone number. So Matt goes, I said, "What are you gonna do, man?" He said, "I'm gonna destroy my phone." I'm like, "What?" So he turns around and goes to me, "I can't put this phone back to my face." I'm like, "Fuck." So he leaves and walks off, and I go call my boy Craig, who's here with us, and I say, "Hey man, you want to hear some rich people shit?" This motherfucker about to go destroy his phone.
Yeah.
And all he did was piss on it. That's all he did.
Other people's piss, dude.
Because like a month ago, Nino dropped his phone in our toilet, but he scooped it quick, and
Hey.
and I was like, "Are you gonna put it in rice?" He's like, "It's already working again. I think it's fine."
You gotta understand also, my phone has a leather cover on it,
That's absorbent.
which is already sponging up whatever the fuck is happening in that
You
urinal.
take the cover off.
You might have discovered a new way to tan something, and Jonathan would have been stoked on it.
Bro, I'm not that fucking snobby. If this was my toilet in my house, considerations might have been made. If I was sober and that toilet wasn't full of other people's piss,
But public toilet.
It's valid.
Okay.
considerations
Public
might have
toilet.
been
I
made.
give you that.
I'm drunk.
You could sell that phone to somebody else, though.
I know. I thought
There's that.
Was this urinal one that had a reservoir in it, or was it empty all the time? You know, did it have water standing?
it had piss standing.
Right, that's what
all
I mean.
my only experience with it was standing piss. I
So
don't know
it-
about the resting state of the urinal.
Okay, so it hit and splashed.
It hit and splashed and glub glubbed.
Bro, that was the funniest thing.
A little air bubble went. And so I told Bam that he was going to have to get me an Uber home because my phone was not. doing
Because,
that.
yeah, so he destroyed it.
I took my phone towards the back where the bathroom was, and I saw a broom handle in the corner, and I put the phone on the ground and took the broom handle and figured one, just one, that would do it. Nope. Two, nope. Took maybe 20. But
to crack the screen?
to destroy the phone on the floor of a bar. By the time I look up, we basically are talking
Lot of
about
shots.
like we're talking about a solid 20-second stabbing spree. I, in the process, broke the mop handle. I broke the broom. I look up and there's a crowd.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And a guy with a huge hit like Bam shirt, except it says security.
Not peace.
And
No
he
peace.
goes, dude, what the fuck? And I go, I'll pay you for the broom, bro. And I took the phone and smashed it one more time in the ground, and it broke in a bunch of pieces finally, and I threw it in the trash, and I put my head down. Now, fortunately, this bar was like two very distinct areas, and I did this in the back, and I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. It's time to go home. So I go back to the front, and it's almost like no one even really gave a shit. But I was like, I closed out, and I made...
He comes up to me, he says, Bam, I need you to call that Uber.
It's time to get...
Remember that thing we
I
talked
gotta
about?
go.
I gotta do that thing now.
All right, damn, is somebody chasing you in Palo Alto? Is that really why you up here? Did they find you up here? But this shit was crazy.
I
But
checked myself out.
I think that was correct.
but that night, I got 215 high fives. No bullshit.
Oh, I forgot. You counted.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
I have no idea. I have no
Everyone you saw,
fucking
you said
idea.
high five, and they said okay.
Yes, and that was the other thing. Nobody said no. So
Why
I got
would they?
215 consecutive high fives.
Are you
at this-
doing this in different cities across America and then calculating the data and just seeing like what the success rate is?
It was really in the moment. It was the two girls we was talking to. I gave them a high five, and she was like, "Do you just give people high fives?" I said, "Oh, well, there's 2." Then I went and gave Matt and my boy Craig a high five. I'm like, "That's 4." Then all of a sudden, it just took a life of his own.
Then I got to the end of Greenbow County.
Yeah,
I just kept on running.
I feel like he'd bump into TJ at some point and they'd both be doing that.
Yeah.
But by the end of the night, people were walking past me going, "What number are you at?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm at 200." They were like, all right, come on.
You created, like, wherever you go, you create community. You just like make a community like out of nothing. It's fucking weird. You have a very
it's a human thing, man.
community creating vibe.
I don't. Thanks, man. All right, cool.
You know what I
As
mean?
I drink tequila at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's
Somebody on the live stream is gonna be like, "I'm right here with you, bro," and throw down his bottle of tequila because he's got some things happening.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm only drinking because I'm going back. Once I get back, man, I'm doing so much back in Richmond now that it's like I don't get a chance to just do nothing. This weekend, I literally cut everybody off except my girlfriend. She's the only person that I talked to throughout the weekend. That was it. That was
Good
it.
vacation,
Yeah,
right?
everyone needs a
That's what you
vacation.
do.
Yeah, that's-
Unplug.
Yes, totally unplugged. Totally unplugged.
So, where'd 6 years go, bro?
6 years,
What happened?
man.
What
A lot of
happened?
shit has happened in 6 years, bro. So in Richmond, man. Well, I was heading to New York when I left there. First of all, let's go back 6 years. My condo got flooded out here in L.A.
That's right.
Remember that?
Remember that?
Yes.
Wow.
Flood?
So that was the end of my stint in LA. And I did not want to move anywhere else because I had gotten so comfortable where I was. I like, fuck it. New York. Let's
You
go
had
to
your
New York.
own personal natural disaster. It was like
Pretty much,
infected
yes.
only Bam.
Yes, thanks to the guy 2 floors above me who burst the fucking pipe and let it run for 7 minutes.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so the flood, this just discontinued my LA life. I go to Dover, Delaware, to my sisters.
Like Dover, England?
No, dope. Yeah, right. I wish that'd be dope. To my sisters, so I had a sister not to be down. I had a sister that was suffering from cancer. So couldn't find
Don't
out.
hit the
I
table.
ended up.
Everybody can hear it.
My bad.
Yeah.
Couldn't find out. I ended up being there for 3 months, helping take care of my sister. So I said, I'm going to New York. That's when I met Matt in New York.
Oh yeah.
That's right, because we had gone to New York.
Matt Hill?
No, me.
Oh, you.
Yeah. And I remember I came back when the last show I did was Tales of Grinch.
Tales of Grinch.
Yeah,
Everyone should
yeah.
go listen to that. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I was getting the order mixed up.
It's pretty much regarded as the best show we've done.
Man.
Most people would agree. I think that's the best.
That
show.
was because it was an incredible moment.
absolutely hilarious.
Incredible moment.
There should be an entire show where we just send. It's just called Bams Goes to White People's Parents' Houses, and it's the
Bro,
funniest fucking shit.
I still do Tales of Greenwich in my stand-up.
It's
like
very
in my
funny.
stand-up.
What
Where are the
portions
towels
of it?
for
The
people?
is the towels or the
I do
construction
the towels.
workers?
I forgot about the construction workers.
construction
I need to add that back into the story.
construction
Yeah.
workers, they showed up and Bam was sleeping in the guest bedroom and they thought he was a construction worker that had like gone and taken a nap.
When I opened the door,
way.
when I opened the door, I never forget. Yeah, because I woke up that morning. I wake up and I look out the window and it's like people every fucking where. Like, where did all these people come from? And none of them look like Matt or his parents. I'm like, where the fuck did these people come from? So I open the door. And I'm like, fuck, should I walk out? Or they gonna think I'm like on break or some shit?
Funny
I don't
bit.
know.
That's a really funny fucking bit.
So when I talk about Tales of Greenwich, I'm gonna add that.
You should add the twist that someone walks into the bedroom and thinks you're on break.
tell me to get up.
I guess I just made that up, but that's fucking funny. Yeah, I would leave that in.
So I think Greenwich, man. I went back because I got all my stuff after that trip. Went back to Richmond. Is only supposed to be there for 3 days. I was headlining the Richmond Funny Bone, and I had written a business plan about opening up a theater. And I found a venue in the city that was identical to my business plan. So I ended up becoming executive director of entertainment at that venue. And so I learned the intricate parts of a venue, the price, all that shit from my business plan. And then that stuck me there. Then I became this community guy, just all of a sudden giving back to the community. Now I'm like community. I'm on the board of the Boys and Girls Club. I'm on the board of Girl Scouts. I'm on the board of an organization called Backpacks of Love. We feed hungry kids in the weekend. I'm out in rural Virginia. I'm back coaching high school girls volleyball at James River High School. Shout out to the Rapids. So yeah, that's my life now.
That's
man.
crazy.
And now
That's
doing
amazing.
corporate comedy. Like most of my comedy is straight corporate. Yeah. So I do the Funny Bone probably once a year, right before Christmas. And that's just like my Richmond ticket buyers come out, check out my show. And I get a lot of corporations to come out to see me in a different element versus the corporate. But other than that, it's all corporate and all community.
That's so crazy. It's so crazy because like
you do 20 minutes on the 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of good insurance jokes lined up.
Insurance jokes?
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
Do they make you tailor the bits to the corporations?
They don't necessarily.
Like, do something about Mr. Robinson. He's for real.
They want to know your theme. They want to know what is your theme. What is your, like, when you're coming in. So my theme is how to turn your customer and your coworker into a human. So that's my theme. And then so all my comedy kind of relates to how to humanize people around you, your customer, your coworker. And
it's like halfway between comedy and like motivational.
It is
talks. Right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's comedy driven. Like I'll say like a little point that's serious, but then I'll tell a joke, and that's where. But that theme. But that's corporate. You know.
What time are you? What's your timetable for tequila?
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. It should be 10:25.
Listen, I'm not a clock hawk, but I'm just saying.
Someone needs to pay attention
Clock
to it.
hawk. That's a weird thing to say in a microphone, but
clock hawk.
Clock hawk.
I can't pronounce normal English, let alone don't throw curveballs at me.
Oh Jesus! This is just gonna not end well. How long a show are we doing?
I was just gonna wonder. If we do a 3 hour.
If we do. Oh yeah, have I told you we do a 3-hour show? Inspired by Joe Rogan. You want to get involved in this show? Join us on the Super Chat on YouTube. Hello to the live audience. For those not listening live, we hope that the live hasn't intruded in your experience too much. But it's. I don't know. Interaction's good, right?
Interaction is good.
Connectivity's good.
And it feeds the conversation a lot of times. The questions we get are really good and prompt us to kind of go down, other tributaries and stuff.
I think live is the way forward, so I hope y'all can join us. And for those who are not watching, who are getting this show later, there's like a 2-week delay. Live to not live. Anyway, what else is going on in the world?
So, Bam, when you do these corporate things, you go like White House correspondent style?
Actually, here's the crazy thing. So the governor, so I'm on first name basis now with the governor.
Oh, really?
He calls me Bam. That's like how.
It's not even first name basis. That's nickname basis.
Yeah. So, and it's cool, but it's kind of uncomfortable too because. And the reason I say uncomfortable is because everybody, like I'll go like to the governor's house, the governor's mansion at a party, and like so many politicians want to get around them. Then I'll start talking to them, and I'll be there for like 5 minutes or so. And politicians look at you like, are you trying to like infiltrate what we're doing? Like,
how'd you get 5 minutes?
Exactly. Where'd you
What's
come
your
from,
agenda?
dude? Yeah. So, but he talked to me about doing a correspondence dinner in the Virginia for the
That'd
state.
Be awesome.
Yeah. So I think that'll be cool. But
do that. They do it at a state level, I guess, right?
Yes and no. They can. So because when his assistant came to me and spoke to me about it, was more of creating this idea.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was something that they do all the time.
I think you need to be like in charge of it.
Sure.
Be the roast master.
Exactly.
Be the guy.
I bet he saw it. And he's like, that looks fun.
Yeah.
You need an expert in corporate comedy and venue filling. Shazam.
But I got to get back to the people, man. I got to get back. I miss the crowds. Remember I was on the road all the time doing the J spot, and I miss doing that. I just miss it, man.
Yeah. It's like corporate laugh, not a same laugh.
It's a very appropriate laugh.
There's a lot of politics underneath the laugh.
Oh, yes.
How hard should I laugh at this?
Yes, it's a very appropriate laugh, but it's
that's a really funny expression, an appropriate laugh.
Yeah.
A chuckle.
So you have to make sure that what you give them, everybody there wants something different than more than what they know you can tell them. Everybody. But they also know if you say it, they better not laugh at it,
right?
Because it puts them in a mindset of people that they don't want to be in.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So I have to make sure I cater my jokes to make it appropriate for everybody to laugh in the moment that we're in. So it kind of, I don't want to say it minimizes me because it is a cool skill, but I'm sure when they come to the Funny Bone and I say like, and let me tell y'all motherfuckers, dude, you should see them. They're like, yes, this is what,
of course,
this is what we wanted.
Because it's
like those Full House fans that go see Saget live.
Yeah.
Holy shit, where was this guy?
Yeah.
He's like, I'd fuck Michelle. Now, not, no, just, why do you want, he's fucking gross. Well, they're very strategic when they're at work, you know? How hard can they laugh at the joke you made about so-and-so that they have to work with?
Yes.
You know, ooh, pretty hard, real hard. Yeah,
Yes.
And what's their personal relationship? No.
But also as an entertainer, I feel like at the corporate level, it should be those type levels. You know, you should be able to have to go in and be appropriate for what they're doing. These people deal with masses and masses of people. You know, you can't go and try to fuck their shit up just because you want to be funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it should be a certain level, but that's why I provide another room that they all can come to.
Do they let you plug the funny bone?
They do to each other. They all send out company
All right,
emails
cool,
and shit
yeah.
like that.
All right, that's good.
And they come in and they'll email me, "Hey, Altria Group, we'll be there Thursday night. It's 80 of us." I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
That's great.
So that's how it happens.
And they show up and buy tickets.
And they buy tickets.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it works both ways.
Definitely.
Yeah. But it proves my point.
Do they have offices in other states?
They do.
That's what's up.
They do.
Maybe why don't instead of doing a club tour, you do like a fucking insurance company tour?
The Geico
National tour, fucking Geico regional offices.
Hey, Geico, what's up? Holla at your boy. I got both sides covered. Let's do it.
You can really you say you could be a new Aflac duck with a whole new fucking angle. Oh my God!
It's
Did you
funny
watch
you
the
bring that
Gilbert?
up. That's
you watch
funny.
the Gilbert Gottfried documentary?
I haven't.
Sad. It's like he's so crushed when he loses the Aflac duck thing. It's fucking really sad. Like Gilbert Gottfried, like for a guy who fucking talks like this and is a complete maniac, like he's like so human. He's the most human.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very good documentary. That and the Gary Shandling thing that Judd Apatow did.
Yeah, that was really good.
That shit's like 4.5 hours long. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, is it gnarly? It's
Gnarly.
It's a little.
Did you say gnarly?
It's
I
a little
said gnarly.
sad.
It's sad. It's a very deep
Gnarly's a
dive
good
into
word.
Gary Shandling.
Gnarly is a good word.
He was like, I didn't realize that he was like so cerebral,
Yeah.
like so thoughtful and Buddhist.
Buddhist. Okay. Buddhist is cool. I like Buddhists, but some people.
When
He's
Jews
extremely
become
Buddhist.
Buddhists, you know,
That is different.
and not like for showy reasons, like really, you know, commit to it for 40 years kind of ways.
That's an interesting mental process.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you're into peace, I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But once,
Well, in his writings, really, you know, he kept diaries and there's so much forgiveness for people that fucked him. It's like unbelievable. That's why, you know, I think the documentary is called like the Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling, and he was like the amount of forgiveness he was able to.
but I think that's the dope thing about Buddhists. That's why I like it. It is pretty much all about get other people inside of you out of your fucking way. You got to forgive them. So it's like, you know, fuck them.
Yeah.
It's not so much of, oh, he's a great person. No, he's so shitty person.
It's not on you to
Yeah.
make sure he gets the bullshit back. It'll
Exactly.
come. The universe will take care
fuck
of it.
them.
you know?
Go on about your life. So that's what I love about Buddhism. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The is that what you're doing a degree in theology, right?
Yeah, I'm getting my
Master's?
master's right now in theology
And
at
do
Virginia Union.
is theology like the study of all religions, or do they?
No,
do you
Christianity.
You focus just on Christianity.
Just on Christianity. However, I will say that going to school, a lot of people think you go to preaching school. Oh, this is where preachers go to learn how to preach. You know, and believe it or not, that is a class that's there.
Do you
Hand
take
gestures
intro to
101.
intro to preaching?
Yeah, there is. It's called homiletics, and it teaches you how to preach.
Homiletics.
Yeah,
Oh,
it teaches
did you
you how
take
to
it?
preach.
Did you
Yeah.
take it?
I haven't taken it yet.
Oh, you have to.
I am going to take it because you have to in order to graduate. So
Oh,
you
okay.
got to take it.
Oh, it's worth it in material alone.
Yes, but I already talked jokes about homiletics.
It's
I've
gotta
added
be.
it into my show already.
And I mean, look at Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison was a preacher, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's why he's a
You
style.
can never fucking
Yes.
believe that. Is there video of Sam Kinison actually doing sermons anywhere?
Probably on YouTube.
Never looked it up, but I have seen him do like sermon-ish stuff in his show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, there's Sam Kinison on Netflix right now, like a full special, and he was a maniac.
was
That looks like. Yeah, there is
Yeah, he
video
was
of
all
Sam
over the place.
Kinison. We can't play it because YouTube on YouTube, it's wrong. YouTube on YouTube is not okay, folks.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
okay.
Copyright
It won't-
infringement.
But if
It's
you
turning
Google,
the frogs gay,
Sam,
folks.
Sam Kinison preaching, you will find some things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, man.
Such a fine line.
But
between-
theology is 90% kind of understanding, like, how the fuck did we get here? How do we, like,
Is it?
Man, it's crazy. It's because
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a version. It's a version.
Not how do we get here as like molecular humans, but how did we get here as far as like Christians? Like, how did Christians get to where Christians are?
Okay.
Like, what started it? How did they read the writings? Did they really understand the fuck they were reading? Like, how did we as Christians get here?
Okay.
Well, it seems like a lot of them, because there's so many different like facets of it. So they all got to different, big intersection, and one was like, we go west, right? And one's like, oh, we go northwest, motherfucker.
It's all a protest. What's crazy is you figure out it's all a protest. Everything is a protest of something else. And for us, it started with the Roman Catholic Church. Once Martin Luther read, and he in 1595 and said, no, fuck it, give us the Bible. We can read it ourselves. Then 10 motherfuckers got the Bible like, this what it mean. No, this what it mean. No, fuck you. This what it mean. And then
Constantine was like, this doesn't work out for us. No, we'll get rid of that. We'll put some new shit in. And,
exactly.
Now
so
we can control.
So now when I'm done with theology for Christianity, I want to go to Tibet and study Buddhism for a year.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Then I want to go to Malaysia and study Islam for a year.
Okay.
So that's kind of the before 50 years old Bam's checklist.
I think that's doable.
You come back to Hollywood and study Judaism for a year. Hey,
that would be dope.
And then go meet Xenu.
But we get a lot of
the
Judaism.
rest of your life.
We get a lot of Judaism in theology.
for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, we get a lot of Judaism in theology.
Because the old book, new book, right?
Yeah, same God.
Same God, but it goes back
Different
to
attitude.
Jesus was a Jew, so everything about Jesus' history was Jewish. So it's a lot there. Yeah.
What color is your Jesus?
Jesus to me is a neighbor. So my family, we black, so my Jesus black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My Jesus would be black too. based on genetics.
That's where he lived.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's he
Jesus
from?
is black.
Yeah.
But I think if we look at territory, Jesus is probably more Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say
Right.
black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't look like me.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't have blonde hair. I would tell you that. It's a hell of a picture, though.
Polish Jesus looked a lot like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
yes.
sure.
So that's doing that, man. But still traveling a little bit. Still doing comedy clubs every now and then. Did the final week in Huntington, West Virginia. That was pretty fucking cool.
What is that?
Huntington is it's about 11 miles from the Kentucky state line and about 5 miles, well, really 2 miles from the Ohio state line.
How many people are in the city? Because I've had a funny, weird time in West Virginia, but there's like 300 people there.
Where were you at?
Middle of the mountain.
Middle. Okay, yeah. Huntington.
nothing.
Huntington's right in the corner.
Okay.
So you know what Marshall? Ever heard of Marshall University?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's
Marshall University.
Marshall Thunder. We heard Randy Moss went to Marshall.
Oh, okay.
Chad played for the Jets. Chad Pennington. I think it is.
Pennington.
Yeah, he went to
Yeah.
Marshall. So that's where Huntington is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share this story with you. Some shit that happened, man. You know how you go to a city that you think is racist, and you start to realize that you're probably the most racist person there. You know what I mean? And it's so Huntington. You think West Virginia, white people. Oh, this is some racist shit. No, the nicest place I've ever been in my life. The nicest, accommodating place I've ever been in my life. One of, should I say. Elevator, everybody's nice. So 4 o'clock in the morning, me and the comedian that was opening for me, we go to this restaurant called Flapjacks. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, Huntington, West Virginia. What can happen at Flapjacks? Nothing. I thought.
We'll be right back after this commercial.
So, as I'm sitting there, in walks this black dude, scared the shit out of me. Because I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? Like, I know why I'm in Huntington. I'm here for peace.
And he wasn't on the ticket.
He was not on the ticket. So he was just, all I've seen is white people. Then all of a sudden, this random black dude at 4 o'clock. And
So you're the most racist person
I am
right
the
now.
most racist person with the white people, not with the black people, with the white people.
Yeah.
So the dude walks in, but just like I thought, he should not have been there. Because the security guard tells the other security guard, he's not supposed to be in here. He's been banned from Flapjacks
Oh, no.
for his entire life.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, what in the fuck do you have to do?
Yeah.
To get banned from Flapjacks, for your entire life.
Yeah.
He says it. The lady next to me, she turns to me. I say this to the comedian I'm working with, and the lady turns to me and she goes, he got caught rolling a blunt in Flapjacks. That's why he was banned.
For life?
For life.
That seems rough.
So I thought.
Do they know who buys pancakes at 4 a.m.?
Thank you.
If you were smoking the blunt in flapjacks, I could see a lifetime ban being
Which
effective.
at that moment, I took the blunt out of my ear. So I don't want to be on that list. This is not the list I want to brag about to my friends.
Had you tried the pancakes yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
my order had not come. We're going to get to that. That's one of the sickest parts of it. We're going to get to the pancakes. No, the grits, really.
But there are parts of the country that think that's heroin.
What's that?
Oh, totally. Weed, yeah.
Just rolling up a blunt on the table is just, you might
They
as
put it
well
in the
just
same
be
bucket.
fucking
Yeah, you're
freebasing
right.
something.
You're right. You're right. But you cannot openly ask people. I mean, marijuana is not like other drugs. You can openly ask somebody, yo, you smoke? You know,
Right.
nobody
True.
runs around and they be like, what? Man,
Hey,
weed. You got weed? Nobody walks around. You got crack?
You shoot?
Nobody
Tie
says
off?
that.
I was like, hey man, you guys tie off?
But I think even in California, if you were like rolling a joint at a table, there would be some places like, we don't know if we want to see this out and about. It's like bringing a beer in and cracking it. And this is West Virginia, which is not far from like the Jeff Sessions land, where they're
That's
like,
true.
where like what he
Yeah.
says, this is Schedule 1, and you're just like, I'm just doing this right here. Why? What's the problem?
I mean,
You know?
we're in California, and my friend the shaman twisted up a huge cone in a paint and sip art class, and we didn't blaze it in there. We went out, but the painting instructor, you're like, he's a good judge for the cannabis cups. You start breaking up. It's like. She's looking around.
I feel like you're making everybody look bad at that point. Like, what are you doing?
Like,
you know?
that's in California.
Just because you can,
Frowned on.
should you?
Well, I guess you probably shouldn't, but if you can, why not? At 4 o'clock in the morning in a pancake spot?
Wait, so
You need some more pancakes.
What was wrong with the grits? You said
Nothing was wrong with
grits
it. No.
asterisk.
So the security guard goes up to tell the guy that he had to leave. So the guy says to him, I'm not leaving until I get my food. The security guard pushes the guy. The guy hits the security guard. Then they start to fight.
Oh, my God.
So there's a fight in flapjacks at 4 o'clock in the morning in Huntington, West Virginia. What are the odds, you know? So they push the guy out front.
I'm gonna beat you with my crutches if you don't quit.
He might have been there. So the fight goes out in the parking lot. So I go out, but I don't go all the way out. I kind of got like 1 foot out and 1 foot in. And the guy knocks out all 3 of the security guards.
Wow.
At this moment, the police shows up. The police walks in. They start to pepper spray the inside of flapjacks. They're pepper spraying flapjacks.
Fuck
The
off.
fight is outside, but the pepper spray, they just
No
walked in pepper spraying this place.
Way.
So now it's a Cajun
So
place.
now you're in a hot box of pepper spray?
Dude, so I got the fight to my left. I got pepper spraying to my right. The security guard goes to the waitress and he says to her, what's going on after the pepper spray? So she goes, it's Chuck. He's outside. And so it's Chuck. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this dude is on first name basis with like the whole fucking community to being a fuck up.
Yeah.
When the police shows up, they're like, it's Chuck.
Oh, it's Chuck again.
Yeah.
Well, he's the black guy too.
So
Oh, you know,
So-
here's how I'm racist. I forgot he was black.
So the police
I'm
officer,
racist.
2 white police officers, one turns to the other police officer. He goes, it's Chuck. Let's go get this Nick. And saw me.
No fucking way.
So I'm standing in the door, and I looked at the police officer, and I was like, y'all better come get this nigga.
Because I'm scared and I'm trying to have some pancakes.
Y'all killing people. Y'all worry about racism. Me out here killing people. Y'all better come get this fool. And then when I walked back in, the lady walked up to me with fucking tears in her eyes from the pepper spray and asked me, sir, did you want cheese in your grits? I said, what the fuck is going on right now? So that is a true Huntington, West Virginia
They're
story.
serving food still.
True story.
You were the third most racist person.
Yes.
The
After the cops showed
two
up.
cops, and then you. Fuck, man.
True story. That's
Wow.
yeah. So that's things like that have happened in my life. since I
Nothing
left.
good happens between 2 and 4 a.m. Ever.
No.
Ever.
Especially in Huntington. Especially in Huntington.
Even in New York City, we had this discussion the other night because we were drunk as fuck at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was like I was so happy that bars aren't open till 4. Back in New York, it was a real problem. You could be drinking at 2 and then 2:45 and then 3 and oh my God, it's sunrise.
Yeah, but people from New York, we usually come to California and be like, oh, it's so lame, it closes here at 2. You're like, nah, the fun's not going to get much better.
Yeah.
You're not going to get laid magically at 3 because you
Yeah.
didn't get laid at 2. I think that's really what everyone's
Fun
saying.
kind of peaks at midnight no matter where you are. I think.
I think if you haven't hit the mark by midnight,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
pretty much anything after that, if it does happen, it's not going to be what you want.
Right. It's gonna end real bad
Yes.
one way or the other. Be
What time
fucking
is it?
shady. What? It's 20. It's 40. Yeah, it's 40. Time for more tequila. If we're on a 20-minute clock,
No,
it is.
we started 5 after, right? Started at 10:05. Remember, that was your call.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll wait
Okay,
5 minutes.
so
let this
45.
settle. So I'm only doing 3 shots. I don't want y'all to just
I
sit
hear
here
some
and be
bullshit.
You said every 20. You didn't say there was a cap.
Damn, last night I did. I gave instructions last night. Like more instructions. That was before.
There were, you decided there was going to be some kind of a game. I don't know what it
fuck
was
the
about.
game.
It was
Yeah.
weird.
I'll tell you what, anybody think of any crazy question at the end. Maybe we'll take a comment or something and I'll answer a question. Any truthful question anybody asks.
Dangerous game to play with the audience.
Let's play it. Fuck it. Let's play it.
Are there hoes in different area codes?
Someone just donates 40 and they're like,
And I will give you the
shots.
100% honest answer. The honest, truthful, as raw, not raw, but as real as I could be answer.
That's a sketchy proposition, my friend.
Oh, hey, whatever.
I like authenticity.
I do too. And I actually think it would work out just fine.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Anything happen in fucking cars this week? You drive anything, Zachary?
I drive stuff tomorrow.
You drive stuff. What are you driving tomorrow?
What am I driving tomorrow? Modded M235i.
Oh, fun.
With like everything on it, like power, suspension, the whole kit and
Have
caboodle.
they gotten cheaper? I mean, of course they've gotten cheaper, but
Like on
are
the
they-
used market?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they weren't that
What can you
popular
get
to
at
begin with.
235? I love the 235.
I think they're probably in the
Probably like the 20s. Yeah.
Mid to high 20s.
135s are in the 20s and 335s are in the 20s. I mean, they're potent. I just remember we drove the Dynan one years ago. Fast, cornered really hard, but the steering feel, as we all
Not
know, is
good.
just weird. You can't fix that. That's why it's like, oh, you want steering, you got to pay for the M2.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this one is with all the stuff on it. It's supposed to be stiffer. The guy had Dynan suspension and then put KW2s on it.
Right.
But, it's a potent power plant.
I drove a 900 horsepower Lamborghini.
Yeah, why am I talking
But
then?
no, because we're talking about that next.
He intentionally
right.
wanted to one up you.
Yeah,
That's why he
exactly.
set it up for the
What
one
kind of
up.
bullshit
Yeah.
have you been doing?
No, I'm kidding.
I did not drop my phone and piss. so.
That's the plus minus, right? The plus minus of me is pluses are very high and the lows get kind of low. That's sort of the issue.
My life is a B student.
Yeah. No, it usually averages out to okay, but there's some both. It just occurred to me that I said that, and then we have an entire show later today with Nick Saran of VF Engineering.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing 90 minutes on that. So maybe not waste the audience's valuable time. I'm sorry.
Good call. That's okay.
What? Bam, who did you play golf with yesterday?
Oh man, I got my ass kicked in golf yesterday.
Bam's become like a crazy golfer.
Yeah, I
Like-
play a lot, like too much.
Are you good?
I'm getting better.
He's black.
Yeah.
So he starts at a much higher bar than the rest of us.
Genetic athleticism?
yeah, genetic athleticism.
we think we should be able to do every goddamn thing that we put our hearts in. But I've been only playing since like Father's Day last year. I'm at like a 24.2 handicap. So I'm all right for less than a year. But
For
I'm
less
getting better.
than a year, it's like golf is very, very hard.
Yeah.
It takes such a lifetime to
I
get
played it
good
like
at golf.
7 times and I'm bad at it. So I'm like, all right,
I've
moving on.
probably played since Father's Day well over 100 rounds of golf since Father's Day last year. I played 26 rounds in July last year.
Wow.
So that's kind of
Fuck. That's like every day. You're
I
playing.
every day.
Yeah, because my thinking is the people that I want to play with often, I have to play a lot more than them right now to kind of catch up to just be able to be in the groupings with them. You know,
true.
so that's why I'm
Yeah.
playing so much right now. Probably like 2 years at a flog off somewhere, but now it's like fucking every week.
The
every
push
week.
to get from 0 to like acceptable is a
Yes.
that usually takes like 5 years.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And people usually deal with it that are into golf when they're a kid. If
Exactly.
You've been,
So I've actually traded. So I own an entertainment company back in Richmond where I book local artists and pair them up with nonprofits. And when you book the artist, you also book the nonprofit. But I'm now booking a golf club, and I've traded a membership for me to do all their comedian bookings, so I can play golf anytime I want during the week.
That's very
cool.
smart.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like the trade. I traded back in the day. There's a go-kart track in New York called Grand Prix New York, and my friend owned it. And he traded me and Tom Morningstar, made a commercial for him, a TV commercial.
Yeah.
We spent like a day on it, and I did the voiceover, and it was like, do you want to build? It was a corporate team building commercial. Do you want to build a winning team? He was like, can you do like a Macho Man Randy Savage voice? I was like, yeah.
Do it again. That's your Macho Man.
Do
voice?
you want to build a winning team?
That's good.
Grand
That's
Prix
good.
New York.
That's good.
Indoor gas carts. Excitement. Go, go, go. That sounds
perfect.
That's an Alex Jones. I converted from a Macho Man to an Alex Jones.
Fuck it, I'm on my way. I want to ride a go-kart.
I traded lifetime go-karting for free.
Dope.
Free unlimited for life. And I took so much advantage.
Of course. Why would you not?
When I was living in New York,
Why would you not?
I would do like 2 hours of karting a day.
It's like hundreds of dollars a
I
day.
had huge forearms. I won their men's league. Like, it was ridiculous.
But why would you
hilarious.
not? Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of golf. So I met Jim Brown yesterday on the golf course.
There's that
Whoa.
picture. Jim Brown looks like
He-
Uncle Phil.
Yeah, he does.
Do you look like this could be like a Where Are They Now cast?
Yeah.
Fresh Prince
Dude,
of Bel Air.
he's an
actually.
amazing athlete. He's like a crazy like
Dude, he's a
genetic-
giant, dude.
Yeah.
He's leaning down to get into our picture. That
Really?
dude's a giant, man.
Did he look like he was in real good shape?
He looked like to be, I don't know his age, but I know he's an old guy.
He's gotta be in
and
his
to be in that
70s,
shape,
right?
Golf swing, he probably had a little bit more flexibility than most
Did you
old
see him
people.
swing?
Yeah. I saw him hit a ball. He was about 150 out when we first noticed it was him. So we went on and teed off, and then when he came up to the green, we were on 10, he was on 18.
Oh, okay.
So the green and the,
Like, God,
the
let's time
box is
this.
the
We gotta
same.
time this.
And we went over
Sure.
and met him. Yeah, so it was cool, man.
And you're with Jay Phillips, who's
Jay
very
Phillips
funny.
kicked my ass yesterday.
Is he good?
He's good. He's good.
What's he
you
shoot
know,
like?
He shot an he almost shot a 79 yesterday.
Fuck.
He
He's
shot
that
an
good?
80. He shot an 80 yesterday.
Oh, shit. I
But
didn't
he
realize
did
he could
say
play.
that I was witnessing one of his best rounds of golf.
Really?
So yeah.
What other comedians play golf?
Red Grant, from what I understand, I never played with Red Grant, but I heard he's pretty admiral golf player. But I heard it's like this golf crew. If you look at Golf Beef, hashtag Golf Beef, you'll see like LA
Golf beef? Is the LA
golf.
comedian golfers?
Yeah,
oh, I gotta
golf
get
beef.
down on this.
Yes.
LA Comedian Golf Association.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name? Greg Fitzsimmons.
Okay.
Started the golf team at my high school that I played on.
that's right.
Remember, he did a podcast. Was it Nick Kroll?
Yeah.
Greg Fitzsimmons and Nick Kroll both went to my high school. I guess Nick Kroll's like 5 years older than me, I think.
Seems right.
And they both went to my high school. And they did a podcast together where they were just talking about high school.
Okay.
And they're two very funny people. And they were talking about my high school, and it was fucking hilarious. It was one of the funniest things. It was like having a podcast tailor-made for you and your personal entertainment.
You play golf, Zach?
My dad wishes I did. I honestly played like 6 times as a kid, and I just never got into it.
Never-
I wanted
Tim?
to drive the cart.
Yeah. I started playing when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, play on occasion.
Handicap? You remember? You know?
Shit. If
Best-
I if
your
I
best you
if
ever
I
had?
double bogey everything, I'm happy. It's a walk in the
okay.
park. I'm drinking. It's cool.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's a good
Sun
time.
shining.
It's a good time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm all in now, bro. I'm all in, man.
I've been like an 16, 18 handicap for 10 years.
16, 18 is pretty damn good, though.
Yo, I
It's a
have
good round of
a
golf.
pretty strong ability to not practice very often and show up and hit 20 or 30 balls to warm up and shoot in the 90s without really trying that hard. And that's to get past that, it would be very difficult for me. I'd have to do a practice a lot.
They got it,
and
yeah.
I'm not in the shape for it, but I can have a good time and have a not so shitty day and enjoy myself.
And that's where I messed up yesterday. I played Cole. First swing was in the box. You know, then I was playing with match clubs, so clubs I don't even know. And I played with some.
You're
pings.
better than It's better than rental clubs because they're meant for taller people. They're extended a bit.
Yeah.
So
No,
at
they
least
were-
you had that.
I'm now going to go back home to my man Junior Burr. I'm coming to buy your Apex. I got to go because of his clubs. I'm like, all right, I'm getting better clubs. I'm not ready for them yet, but when I'm ready, I'll have them.
My
So
clubs
that's
were the
deal.
dopest shit you could buy about 8 or 10 years ago.
I think unless you're a pro, they must last a pretty
They
long
last a
time.
really, really long.
Club
You know,
last a while. Yeah. So.
In fact,
Just don't fall for the marketing, right?
Larry Casilla is playing with a set, I think, still, of Ping I2s that my dad won in a near pin contest in a charity tournament in the late 80s.
Oh wow.
He played with them and gave them to me, and I played with them. I gave them to Larry, and he was playing them, and they were worth keeping and remarkable because they had a certain type of cut in the groove. Most grooves are cut round or like a V. These were cut square, I think,
square.
which was banned from PGA golf because you could get too much backspin on the ball. And so we
he's playing
just
with
have these clubs that are like, they're very difficult to find. They're amazing clubs. And like people still play with them. Like, yeah, they last forever if you take care of them.
I think I had a pair of Ping Eye 2s my dad gave me, and I just gave them to a friend for free because he's really into golf, and I was like, I've moved with these like 4 times,
and I'm sick of
and
carrying
they
them.
all they're doing is taking up closet space. Like
That's a good yeah.
Pay it forward.
If you move with something twice, trash.
Yeah, and
Fully.
I never use it. I just gave
That's,
it.
that's a
a
good
human.
point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point because I'm about to move again. So that's a good. Yes, thank you for telling me that.
I mean, I didn't want to
some
throw them
shit
away, but my friend's like, I started playing golf. It's like, do you want these? Just take these things.
If they're usable, give them to somebody
great.
that's going to
Super
use them.
great.
Yeah.
And if you have a set of Ping Eye 2s, check the grooves before you give them away. 'cause
Well,
they
now I
could
wish
be-
I should.
No, they're good clubs. Those are no, they're not. You know, who gives a shit? But it's for a very real, serious golf nerd at this point.
But my boy, he's an avid golfer. He's paid like a $225 per stick for his irons, and
That's a lot of money.
But he doesn't care. So he has this whole set of Apex, which are like $180 a stick, and he's gonna sell me the whole set for $250. Yeah, I can't hit an Apex right now if I.
He's for those
it anyway.
non-golfers. They're blades. They're called blade
Yeah,
clubs.
they're blade-
So
they're-
most clubs are shaped like kind of like a donut with like a thing in the middle, where the weights are around the outside, and then sort of like hitting something with a drum,
Right.
Where it's more forgiving. But these Apex clubs are called blades, so they're filled in the back, so you
Yeah.
can hit farther if you're great.
But you gotta hit it.
But it's really they're really difficult
They're
to
not
hit.
forgiving?
Typically, only like pros play with blades.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. Why you
No,
want to give yourself
what I said was
challenge now? Like there's no.
I'm not going to use them now. I'm not going to use them now.
Yeah,
but
still ask
when
for
I'm good
1,000
enough
years.
for them in like 3 years, they'll still be worth $250.
Yeah. It'll be a nice thing when you're finally good enough
Yeah.
to not play like complete dog shit with those clubs.
I like-
Because
I like-
I'm pretty good and I cannot fucking play on blades for anything. It's probably 10 strokes a hole that's worse if I try and play on those.
Whoa.
It's really hard to hit a
it's
ball
hard.
straight.
Yeah.
Does it magnify imperfections in your swing?
The spot on the club, you know, if the spot is 2.5 inches across by 1.5 inches high on a normal club, it's like a third of that on a blade.
Yeah.
Is the
Whoa.
spot you need to strike the ball at to get it to go
Yeah.
straight.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're good. Yeah, they're good. So yeah, man, been playing golf.
He's turning into a golf nerd.
It's good to see Matt in like love. Coming back and seeing Matt in love is like,
This is a happier Matt.
dude, it is
stability. I like stability.
wow.
It's very nice.
Like wow. Like I don't know who. I think Hannah's a robot. I think she's like put some type of spell on this dude, man, and she just can keep it on him. That's good, man.
Yeah, I have a very low tolerance level for bullshit in girlfriends. So there's very little bullshit with Hannah. So it's very nice. This is why we get married, yeah.
Yeah, she's very good. She's
Awesome. But there's always a catch, right? And the catch is that this morning she woke up at 5 a.m. and got on a fucking airplane to Palo Alto, and I won't see her until Friday. That's the downside.
Yeah, but it's
Upside is everything else.
but like I said, it's good to be able to miss her.
Totally. You did mention that, and people have mentioned that, and it's obviously, as would surprise nobody who knows me, it's an exact mirror of my parents' situation, how it's been for 40 years. It's
With your dad,
The funny
yeah.
thing is that it's reversed.
Yeah, it's your dad having
my
to
dad
leave.
was on the road. And for me, the first year, like I was on the road last year. Now I'm
Right.
home. She's on the fucking road. But I agree. It makes you miss her.
That's good. That's
And
good,
you know, she has a great job that she needs to like feel like. I mean, she needs to work. She needs to contribute to things. And
Well,
what
and if
she
you
does-
get really busy again, it's probably easier if you're both really busy than
Yeah.
if one of you is always at home
totally.
like, oh, you're always gone. This sucks. It's like
Yeah.
you both have shit to do,
Yeah.
and you support each other for going out and doing your thing.
100%.
And busy people understand busy people.
Yeah.
Totally.
Busy people. And sometimes, because I know I've been in relationships and they don't understand busy. You know,
Yeah.
Bullshit, you got something to do at 10 o'clock p.m. No, bitch. I really do have something to do at 10 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
You want to go to eat tomorrow, don't you? You want to eat tomorrow?
Yeah.
Goddamn, let me go do what I got to go do. So
For me, the tough part is weekends. You know, it's like anything that's an open, a lot of racing events, a lot of anything event related is on a weekend, and especially when Hannah's gone all week, it's tough to go. Okay, now she's only home for 2.5 days out of 7, and I'm going to use one of those to go to work.
Yeah,
you know, that's sort of rough.
The beautiful thing about me and like my girl is because I'm an entertainer. If I am very busy, she has the option to go to most of the things that I do.
That's true.
To verify that you're there.
Yeah,
That's like you on that drum stool, bro.
yeah. At Nick's house. Man, I wish I would have saw Nick before I left, man.
Oh, he's buried in his project.
That's awesome.
We'll talk about it later. It's about weed. It has nothing to do with it. It's about weed.
Imagine that. But yeah, man. So fucking love Nick. And I wish I would have saw Nino. Yo, I heard Nino's rap last night.
Oh yeah, I played Nino's rap. Isn't that
Dude,
Bro.
he has like a full studio built at our house.
Bro.
It's cool.
It's good. We can probably. You think we can play it on the show? Well,
Yeah.
Nino's coming on the show. We're doing a show with Nino tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll play it with the good mixes and shit with him
That's a good
tomorrow.
idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Bro,
it's
he
good.
has good stuff, man.
Yeah.
We were leaving the old Prince of Wales. You know how sometimes you come back in town and you try to relive everything that you left, and you try to
course.
make it exactly how it was when you left, and then when you show up, you're like, ah.
When you show up and it is exactly as it
Yeah,
was.
you're like, do I really want exactly what I left?
No, Prince of Wales at any time after you've left is like seeing Vegas in the daytime. It's just you're like, ooh, what are they doing
It's the
here?
best dive bar in LA, but it's
I go with that.
frozen. It is
time.
100% frozen in whatever year that started as that 1990 or
Same
something.
bartender when I walked in, same lady setting up for karaoke, you know what I'm saying? Look like the same 2 ping pong tables that was there. Of course, they're
They were.
different. The one in the back is different. I mean, the one in the front is different. The one in the back is probably the same that was here 6 years ago.
I didn't even know there was one in the front. Maybe that's new.
No. You know, it's 2 in the back,
right.
but 1 up front and 1 far back.
This was like our bar, folks. This was the bar.
We met.
4 days a week.
You know, the crazy thing is I met Zach first through Andre. And then Andre walked me over and introduced me to Matt that night at Prince of Wales. And so
My lack of memory is indicative of what we did at Prince of Wales all the time because I don't remember any of this.
I just remember how I met you guys. It was through Andre.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that he was ubiquitous for a while and he's vanished now.
And then after that, because I remember something. Oh shit! Bing.
What do you remember, Bam?
I remember because we went to you guys' home after the bar that night, hung out for a little while afterwards. The next day we saw each other. We hung out again, and Andre got mad because I went to y'all's crib without him.
Oh, you cut out the middleman.
Yeah,
Fine, he was taking a commission he didn't deserve. So.
And he and I even hit him up on Twitter one time, and he was like, no response. Like,
he. I had an awkward run-in with him.
He's a good guy for me, man. I mean, he never. I don't know why he got upset with. I think that was like the how dare you hang out with them? I'm not hanging out with them. So whatever, man.
But I'm gonna side with Zach on that one. Yep. That's false valor or whatever you want to fucking call that shit.
I take the specs and I give them to the engineers. Couldn't they just do that themselves?
I'm a people person. I work with people.
Oh my God! I got one more shot to go. I can feel it.
It's a conclusion, Matt.
You got 10 minutes though
for the next shot.
For the next one,
and that's the last one. And can I leave this here?
Yes, thank you.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it here.
We'll write your name on it in dry erase.
And whatever. But what I would ask is, anytime you have a guest, offer them a shot of tequila, and anybody that takes it, it's from me to them.
I will.
So for the rest of your guests,
You want to try something brown?
yeah, let's do brown. I'm good.
Next
for the
time,
last one,
I'll give you. This is something very special.
Okay.
This is Four Roses bourbon, single barrel, and this is one of these special bottles from private selection from Astor Place Wineries. Then Johnny Lieberman, who is a super booze nerd, brought it for us.
Word.
It's 61% alcohol, just so you know.
But it's
really
fucking
spectacular.
It's very good.
So if you'd like to try some of that,
Yes.
He's such a nerd. He gets emails from a liquor store in New York when they go pick a barrel from a place and put it in bottles, and they only email a couple people. Like, he's one of those people.
One of those people. He's on the list.
He's on the list.
Good. Okay, this is what I'll do. So I'll take another regular shot of tequila, and I just want to taste this.
Yeah. Just so
Okay,
this is like a holy shit. You should try this. Speaking of which, I just went to this place, the Lost Spirits Distillery. Have you heard of this fucking place? Tim, give me some Google images of Lost Spirits Distillery in downtown LA. So get this. These are some Silicon Valley nerds that figured out a method to reverse engineer the flavor profiles of very fine rums and whiskeys.
This is crazy.
They have a process that can create the almost exact flavor of a 20-year aged bottle of whiskey or rum in 6 days.
So that's lab-grown meat.
Basically, it's lab-grown meat, or it's fake lab-made diamonds, or it's like one of those kinds of things.
Okay, weird.
And so they have licensed this technology to some big liquor companies, as you do, which has made them quite wealthy.
Right.
And they have chosen to take some of their stupid money and build a strain right there in the top. So that's the entry to it. They have built this fucking Willy Wonka weird ass, super strange distillery tour in downtown LA.
People listening, this is like a greenhouse at night with 40 candles hanging from the ceiling.
Somebody on the team
It looks like hippie weed shit.
Yo, somebody on the team does acid.
It's
and really likes witches.
It's hallucinogens. There's 100%
somebody on the team
involved.
does acid. Somebody does something.
Here's a guy who's all about Pirates of the Caribbean.
This looks like a pirate ship that crashed into a jungle.
Well, what you cannot see, and so what we're looking at here is a room that looks like it is the lobby to get on a pirate ship where you're checking in. There's ropes and lanterns and old wood and bookcases and weird light up things. And there's a little staircase on the left that goes to what looks like a dock, which has a Willy Wonka boat.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's a fucking Willy Wonka boat.
Crazy.
And you get on the Willy Wonka boat, and they blast you with these fans, and they move the water around a bit. But they turn off all the lights, so it's all fucking dark. But you really only move like, I don't know, 20 feet, 30 feet. But you feel like you're moving. And you get off and you're in a different, it looks completely different. You're in a different place. Lights back on. And you're in a new place. And they're doing the distilling and shit. That's their old Wonka boat. Wow. So that thing in the middle is their old Wonka boat. And they have a new Wonka boat that looks way more Baroque and Wonka-y.
Hey, Craig, you hear this rich white people shit that Matt in here talking about?
Crazy.
Yeah.
So we built a boat you use indoors to take us to our bar because we can.
So you go through
because we have everything else solved and figured out.
Look, then so pull up that picture. So here's
crazy.
they have some copper kettle stills that they like made look like fire breathing dragons, kind of. And so these fucking
This
nerds
is in fucking LA. This is awesome.
This is downtown LA.
How long has it been there?
Not long, not long. And I did a. It's like $40 to do the tour.
Wow.
And you go through, and all these rooms are crazy. And then you go in the lab where they do the actual process. So they make their mash, and then they distill it, and then they have these old barrels, and they chop them up and put them in what looks like a fryer basket, and then there's an Island of Dr. Moreau themed room.
Oh my
that's it. It's a fucking one of those glamping tents, but it's super Dr. Moreau'd out.
So it's not like a synthetic flavor thing, but they just figured out a way to speed it up.
They figured out a way to like pressure cook booze, basically, and speed up the process by which those flavors.
The aging process that brings different flavors.
And so I have to be like, they've won all these awards. It's all this craziness, technology awards and distillery awards, and the distillery tour won an award for nuttiest distillery tour and whatever, and it's kind of fun. But the fucking booze was like gasoline. It was like, yeah, it's all barrel strength. It's all like 65 proof, 70 proof, and it's like 70 proof, like Jamaican
70%, right?
I'm sorry, 70%.
Yeah, okay,
70%, and it's like 70% Jamaican style rum, and 70% like super peaty whiskey. Like it's just like
70% is 140 proof, right?
fuck yeah.
Okay.
It's seriously intense.
Wow.
you know, but fuck me, is that a bizarre? I mean, someone actually was like, I want a Willy Wonka factory for my distillery, and that's what they fucking done.
Someone was like, I don't have nothing else to do with my money.
Well, but here's
what the
what's
fuck
crazy.
am I going to do?
It's not, they built all this shit themselves. It's like 4 people who own this place, and they built all this shit from Home Depot stuff themselves. Like, it seems like the kind of thing some rich dude would piss money on and hire a bunch of workers and go off to his island and come home and have this thing built. Like, I'll give these guys credit. They make a very big point of being like, no. We built all this shit with stuff from Home Depot.
Bro, you still got to be fucking rich. That
Of
mean
course.
they weren't working on their own shit, making money doing. They were spending money.
Oh, so pull that picture up. But
and
honestly,
fucking, you know how much labor?
bro,
I mean, that's a lot
if
of
you
money.
invent a way to speed up this process by like 100,000 times,
I'd probably do it too.
You should
You're
be
right.
rich as
You're
fuck.
right. You're right.
So
I'll
this,
go with that.
This weird Frankenstein shit we're looking at here. This room looks like a Frankenstein room with some weird, freaky looking
Weird hoses.
coils and
Yeah,
machinery
yeah.
and hoses and like. So it's these boxes with a big glass tube in the middle of it, which you can see sticking out. It rises above, and they put the wood in the distilled spirits in there, and they blast it with super intense UV light, and that
ages the wood.
yeah, it breaks down the wood as if like, you know how your back porch wood breaks
Yeah.
down over time from the
Yeah,
UV
yeah.
light. This is like 100,000 times the amount of the sunlight,
wow, that's
and
pretty
it
dope.
breaks that wood down like a barrel would.
That's
So
crazy.
isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
That's the craziest shit ever that they're doing this. I mean, like, fake aged booze.
Mother
It's
Nature's
awesome.
like, fuck.
Yeah. No kidding.
Well, and I
I
asked
ain't
him,
worth shit.
I asked him about like, is it like the diamonds? You know, where like the problem with the man-made diamonds is that they're too good.
Yeah.
They are even the most perfect natural diamonds are slightly, you know.
That's great
And-
marketing by the diamond industry, by the way. They're like, oh, well, they're too perfect.
Right.
You know? But meanwhile, if they found a perfect one in a mine, they would
yeah.
charge $30 million.
Yeah. But that's what nature is, you know. That's why it's nature, because you've got to find that rare shit instead of just make it.
Right.
But, and this it's way cheaper too. Like a 20-year-old bottle of whiskey is $300. You know, they're selling this shit for $40.
And it tastes good.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not. Yeah, I mean, I think if you had to put it all on the rocks. To me, you put it all on the rocks. You water it down a little bit, like because they give you a bottle of water and you taste the shit and go wah. But then the sip of water.
Hold on, when you taste your shit, what'd you do?
Wah!
The Doppler effect.
And I pull away from the mic just like that.
Yes.
Wah! But the sip of water that I took afterwards was delicious. You know what I mean? Like the washdown sip was really,
That's the
really
cut sip.
delicious. Yeah, like when you got to knock it back.
Yeah.
Get it back there,
They,
yeah.
to their credit, they were like, "Look, we ain't your daddy. We're not going to tell you how strong your liquor should be."
That's funny.
Cheers, Bam.
Last one.
You want to water that shit down? That's on you.
Cheers, buddy.
We're not gonna put sell you water in your liquor. All right, it's a philosophy.
Because when you bottle it from a barrel anyway, they mix it with a little bit of water and bring the proof down, right? Like at a distillery.
Right, like this Blanton's here comes out of the barrel at 140 proof or 110 proof or something, and it's watered down to 93 proof. But I have at home a barrel proof Blanton's also that's like 120 proof. So they don't water this shit down there. They're like, you water it down on your own fucking time, buddy.
But it's not what we do.
No, I mean, it's actually a good philosophy. They're not going to sell you a third of your bottle as water. You know what I
love it.
mean?
Yeah,
They'll sell you this concentrated shit. You water it down yourself if that's what you want.
So I'm in a golf association, and we were looking at buying a barrel of Woodford. Yeah. And we didn't know how much it cost.
Yeah.
A barrel of how much do you think it costs?
5,000.
10.
Oh, wow. Really?
A barrel of Woodford's 10 grand.
10. And how many bottles did you get out of it?
186.
Okay.
186 half-gallon bottles. No, 186
Oh, 106
something.
handles.
Handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bunch.
Okay.
Because, wait, fuck, what's that math? I'm not good at that
That's a
one.
weird one.
Yeah. That's a
10
weird
grand
one.
over
But
186.
if you Google it, because I had to Google it to figure out how much, because at first I was like, oh, $450. Let's buy 10 of them.
divided
Then
by
I looked up. It was
Sorry for Syriing.
No, you good.
I mean, if it was 200 bottles, it'd be $500. Craig's got it.
50. So it comes out to $53 a handle, which is kind of a lot still.
$53
No, that's
a
a
handle for
wholesale.
Woodford.
Huh?
That's a wholesale price almost, huh?
It is, but that seems high. Doesn't that seem high?
I
I
wonder
don't know how
if
much
it's
Woodford Reserve is.
Thaddeus went to Scotland. Thaddeus report from Dubai. Thaddeus went to Scotland and went to several distilleries and met some of the wholesaler people, and he inquired about getting his own barrel, and he started with Macallan. How much is a bottle of barrel of
That's what
Macallan?
Thad would do.
A barrel of Macallan 18, in case you're wondering, it's 180,000
get the fuck.
pounds. 180,000 pounds, brother.
Well, that value is coming down, but shit.
They had barrels that were there were like some whatever brands like starting around like 2,000 or 3,000 pounds, but the good stuff was like 20 to 50,000 pounds per barrel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thad just asked and then laughed. That's
It was really just so you could send me that email. Oh, speaking of Thaddeus Update 2.0, we are, I'm going to Pearl Jamsterdam. We have addendumed our plans. So my friend Travis and Thaddeus and I are meeting in Amsterdam. We're hanging out on this houseboat I rented for 4 days. We're going to Pearl Jam. Then that's the 10th to the 14th of June. Then I've rented a Mercedes S-Class. We will drive 3.5 hours down the Autobahn to the Nürburgring.
awesome.
Where I have procured 3 Renault Megane RS 265s with roll cages.
Oh, from the rental
from
places.
from RSR Nürburg, who are hooking us up with the friend price.
Is there room for 4 people on this trip?
If you want to come, I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to come, get down on it.
Craig.
And then we're lapping the fucking Nürburgring. And then we're doing a ring taxi, staying at the Nürburgring overnight at the Tiergarten Hotel, which is where the Piston Klasse is, and then we're going to the Pink Pop Music Festival, which sounds terrible, but it's Pearl Jam and the Offspring in Holland. Then we're
Very
doing a night
different
in
moods for
Brussels.
those bands. That's cool, though.
Yeah. So be fun,
Yeah, that'll be a real good week.
right, Craig?
Yeah, exactly.
Bam, book some dates, motherfucker.
Hey, I'm down. Here's the thing,
If
though.
you didn't play golf 200 days a year, you could go to this.
Yeah,
It's-
luxury living, motherfucker.
The thing is, I'm able to now, thank God, do these type things, but I still consider them rich white people shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy because y'all talk about it so leisurely. When I get back to Richmond, I can't have these conversations. Like, there's nobody I can talk to about going on a yacht in fucking Amsterdam, that I know of.
We need to change that. We should
It's
arrange some
crazy,
things.
and that's another thing I missed about
It's not
like
really a
LA.
yacht, I promise.
But even if fuck it, a boat, we can't fucking talk about going on a boat in Petersburg. That's a shitty part of that shitty part of Virginia. Petersburg's good, but it's shitty. You know what I mean? We can't even have that conversation. Versus going to Amsterdam. They're like, what avenue is that? Where's Amsterdam? I love this type of conversation.
That's fair.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
And I go back to Birmingham. It's like, golf. I want to play golf, huh?
Yeah.
What is that? White people play golf.
Maybe you could build a golf course
That'd
in
be
Birmingham, Alabama.
The Micah Bam Bamm White golf trail.
Links style. You're all about that links now. You could do links in Alabama.
Come to Alabama to witness the Micah Bam Bamm White golf trail.
Bro, they put golf courses in weird ass places. People travel crazy.
But I would build a
places to
new
play
style.
golf.
They're building now 6-hole and 12-hole golf courses. Yeah.
Just because
Because they say the millennials don't want to play 4.5 hours.
They are not wrong.
For sure.
Yeah, so now you have a choice to play a 12-hole golf course, and if you wanted 18, you can add the front or the back 6
I think,
twice.
if you did a 666 course where you had three sixes, that could be a nice spatially efficient.
So the devil's
That's a
taking
cool
over
idea.
through
Yeah.
golf.
Exactly.
6 holes at a time.
Oh, man. That's some
They're taking our
Illuminati.
sports.
Some Illuminati
They already
shit.
took basketball.
They
and football
already
and
took
baseball.
basketball.
Don't let them have golf.
I think
tell you-
9. I think 9's the right amount.
Nine's a good,
You know, I'm either tired or drunk after 9. You know,
Because if you
sunburned.
don't play golf, you're right. By the time you get to 12, you're like, fuck, how many more we have?
You're like,
16,
my
you're like,
forearms
think
are
That's why I
around.
stopped playing, because if I want to go for a walk in the park, I can do it for half an hour.
There you go.
But I don't need to
There you
commit to
go.
4.5.
Well, see, I stopped competing in anything. Like, I was a big basketball player, big volleyball player. Then I stopped competing.
Yeah.
So comedy became my competition. Then when I stopped competing in comedy, if you will, I had nothing.
Yeah.
Now it's golf. And golf can let me compete at 2 levels, against myself and against anybody that I might play against.
Yeah.
So that's why
That makes
golf
sense.
has, like, grabbed me,
Yeah, and you can compete without. It's not like you're fucking punching the other guy in the face.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can have
you
have a competition, but like you can still joke about it. It's not like it's.
I can't stop there. I can't like jump in front of his golf ball and it's disrespectful to yell or make any sounds when the person's swinging. So it's a very respectful game too. It's a man's game, So I like those elements about having this new thing. So I think that's why I'm so consumed, because like finally I got something.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So I love golf, but yeah, we don't talk about golf in the hood though. That ain't.
You could. Yeah. Why don't you bring golf to the hood? Did Tiger not help you guys out much? I thought Tiger was helped the golf in the hood.
So it's cool because I actually offered to take these 3 young men. This guy has 3 sons, and I was like, yo, I'll take your sons to teach them golf, because I feel like it's more to it than golf that a kid can learn, especially a kid from the hood.
Yeah.
And hood, if you will. And the dude got like angry, like, I can take my sons to play golf. Bitch, you don't play golf. You know what I mean? But nobody wants nobody. I don't want you to doing something my kids might look up to you.
Yeah,
and think
God forbid they have a teacher who has a specialty.
So so what are you doing with And I'm now living back in the hood. I haven't lived in the hood since I left Birmingham, man. I'm seeing shit that's like bothering me.
Oh no,
bothering me. A kid the other day threw a rock at a bus as it passed by, which. Rich white kids do stupid shit like that too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this kid's father jumped out and got mad because I asked the kid, like, why did you do that? And the kid, don't talk to my son. I said, well, he just threw a rock at a bus. But that's my son. I saw him do it, so you're not going to say nothing?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why the kid's throwing rocks at the bus.
Yeah.
His dad probably threw rocks at the bus before him.
Yeah.
So his dad looked like he had
family tradition
at the bus. Yeah.
That
So
sucks.
So it is what it is, though, man. Fuck it. Yeah, but golf is my new thing, and then I guess
golf teaches you to take because. As a golfer, you clean up after yourself. You fix your divots. You put the sand down.
It's a respectful game.
You take care of the course. It's like
you don't walk in people's lines.
Like they really guilt you into like.
It's a community effort. You know what I mean? Like if you get a divot, even if I see somebody else's divot that they may not have taken care of, I'll go take care of it.
Yeah, playing with my dad. My dad would always fill other people's divots.
Yeah,
always, and that was like a thing.
It's a thing that I talked to the politician that's in our community, and I was like, yo, I want to sit down and have a meeting with you. And she was like, well, I want to let you know my next fundraiser. Fuck you, I'm not paying to sit down and have a meeting. Bitch, I voted for you. What do you mean? I mean, I didn't vote because I'm.
That's not how politics works, Bam.
Yes,
I know. That's what I'm having a hard time with.
Right.
That's what I'm having a hard time with, because a lot of politicians are my peoples. I hang out with them, talk to them. I'm actually about to be a speech coach for one.
With Republican politicians?
Both. Wow. And that's another thing people have a problem with me. I'll like push Republicans and Democrats on like my Facebook page. They're like, you can't do that. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can't.
Well,
it shouldn't be team sport.
You can if they have a policy that is like good, but it's
I fuck with the person, not the party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a good person.
Yeah,
I don't work with this person, in the capacity that makes me say, vote for this motherfucker.
I feel you, although at a certain point, if the person is... I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what happens in Virginia politics specifically. I don't live there. I don't pay attention as much as I can. But like, person, if you're not a racist, but if you promote people whose policies are clearly racist, are you?
I don't fuck with those people.
Okay,
yeah, I don't.
No.
I don't. And that's the thing.
If your personal compass guides you. You're a guy. I'll go with you wherever you.
Well, it's like I got a homeboy. He runs a jail, and he's a Republican. So he ran for attorney general. So he said out, I need your say vote for. Now I sat down and had a real like fucking conversation with this dude. Like, dude, let me tell you where I stand as it pertains to blacks, as it pertains to the system that you're involved in. And I watched him after we had the conversation, and he really don't believe in people being locked up for dumb shit. So I support that. So even though he's a Republican, I know underlying that he's not with the dumb shit. So I'll say vote for this guy, and I fuck with him,
I go with people that don't take PAC money.
There you go.
Yeah. If you don't take big corporate money, then you're more inclined to...
If you're not a slave to the lobbyists, the big donor lobbyists, then I'm cool with you too. Yeah, because if you're a slave to the big donor lobbyists, you'll change your position in a minute.
Right.
Yeah, what the money say? What you want me to say? We need green curtains.
yeah.
Fuck these red curtains.
I never liked the red
I
curtain.
never liked the red curtain. Bitch, think of your name right there on the red curtain. Shit.
That's what the lobby would say. Like, we can offer you green curtains if you change your position.
Yeah.
So as long as you're not that person, I can listen to you. You need to be a human, man. It's too many different like roadblocks that's making people not pay attention to
100%.
people. You know. So yeah.
Let's go to the super chat. We got a bunch of questions. Bam has to catch a flight in a little bit, so we can't keep him too long. Just go bang through them real quick. What watch am I wearing today? I do a show about watches now, Bam, since you left, so now that's like a thing. I'm wearing a Panerai. It's a Luminor. It's white dial. It's nice. Here, Tim, hold this in front of the camera real quick.
That's gonna be shitty resolution.
Yeah, whatever. I have a whole show about watches. I'll talk about it. It's coming up. There you go. That's really good. White dial Panerai. There you go.
Nice watch.
It is nice. It's a loaner from Crown and Caliber, my sponsor on my other show. There you go. It's going back today, but I have enjoyed it, and I just posted an Instagram review of it earlier. Thank you. Pittsburgh. I can't read that screen name. It's like not a written out
Ski
name.
Bum 291.
Pittsburgh International Raceway. Thoughts. Pro track within 45 minutes of downtown Pittsburgh. That means it's on a farm. And the airport. Maybe good spot for launches. I'm not sure what you're asking, Mr. Ski Bum.
Could you pass along to marketing heads that Pittsburgh International Raceway exists and they can do press launches there?
I do not like anyone who plans a press launch anywhere that it could rain.
Very risky. It's true.
I hate when they do that. Give me some really fast car, rent a racetrack, and then it rains. Like, there's a place called California.
But if they did every launch in California, everyone would go, oh, there's another one in California.
You know what?
No,
Let
it's the
those
same.
people who've flown, when you've flown across the country 7 times to drive cars only to be rained out, you can decide where press launches go. No, I've heard these nice things about this Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix they do there. And everyone keeps asking me to go, but no one offers to hire me to do a gig there. So, look, I'm glad there's a nice track within downtown Pittsburgh. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but if some manufacturers out there, go take a look. Maybe a good launch. Zach, when is the next one take? Thank you.
Next filming is tomorrow. 4 cars tomorrow, 2 Porsches and
2 Porsches.
Yeah, Patrick's bringing up some old stuff.
Oh, the old
79 Turbo and a 72 Targa.
Great.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow one and a medium slow one, and then another. The old Turbo. It's like it's dangerous, and then you drive like a new M5, and you're like, no, this is dangerous.
An old Turbo on modern tires is a pussycat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, one air today, and we're doing putting up 2 a week.
Zach's got Monday, Wednesday this week, and then I have Monday, Wednesday next week, right, with the cross carts.
Yep.
And then Zach has Monday, Wednesday the week after that. The cross cart videos, I looked at the footage, are nuts. The cross carts are really fucking
so
crazy.
fun.
It was so fun. I'm very excited about those. Bam! Any
What's up?
shows in New England in 2018?
Not as of right now.
Damn it, man! Get on the road.
I got to get out there. So Eric R, I'm coming, man. I got to get out there. Or just go to my site, request me, or maybe you can book me. If you book me, fuck yeah, I got a show in New England.
You're gonna end up at some dude's house.
Yeah, but go to my website, mbbwhite.com, and I have all my shows, but nothing right now, but who knows?
That's funny. I have the next comment is this: our gentleman checking in with his BMW 540 maintenance schedule.
Got a bunch of emails, but it's gonna be in a little while.
Okay. NorCal Day for Zach. Roads in the Bay Area. So your main road south is going to be Skyline, and all the spurs will run.
Mm-hmm.
So Skyline runs south from San Francisco to Santa Cruz, roughly. And then there's spurs that run both down. It runs along the top of the mountain, and then there's spurs that run down west to the beach, down east to the bay, all the way down that road. I like Route 9. I like
Route 9's pretty fun.
84 La Honda.
There's some
is
really
fun.
tight shit off of going west off of Skyline. If you want if you have a small fun Miata type of car, some really eager stuff.
There's a lot of really tight, twisty stuff, and then there's some. That section of PCH is quite nice as well. It's lovely, and
if you go east of Bay though, past Musto's house, like near Concord, there's a lot of like swoopy second, third gear kind of stuff through the fields.
And then you could go north to Muir Woods or
for sure.
What was that? Point Reyes. Point Reyes for oysters.
Yeah.
So
Highway 1 north of San Francisco gets really twisty and fun.
It's very good. So that's east, south, and north. That covers every direction of driving roads in the Bay Area. What does that say? Send a super chat. Since Bam is back in the studio, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. Bam, any funny car stories that you've had on the road since you've been on the show last?
What's up, Jordan? I'll say this. Maybe not a funny car story, but I do have a quick story that happened in a car. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay. So where I live, you hear me say I'm back in the hood, right? And I was in the suburbs, and there's a big difference in the road rage between the suburbs and the hood. In the suburbs, when you get road rage, people don't really hang around because both people got something to do. They got shit to do. So they might look at you. I'm coming down the street. Guy's in the right lane, right turn only lane. I didn't see he needed to get over, so he forces his way back over, starts blowing his horn at me. And when he blew his horn at me...
Is he in front of you or behind you?
He's now behind me.
Okay.
So I didn't see him trying to get over. So he's now behind me. So, and I'm headed to the Symphony. And I know, Bam, that shit don't even sound right. But anyway, the guy gets
Who's doing rich white shit now, Bam?
Fuck you.
You're going to the
So the dude gets behind me, dude, and we're in Richmond, of course, and all of a sudden he starts blowing his horn. He gets on the side of me, and all I did was looked at him and gave him one of those, like what the fuck are you doing? You ever looked at somebody and knew that you had made a mistake? This dude looked like he had just shot somebody at like 4:30, and it was 4:38. You know what I mean? So the gun was still hot. So I go through the light. He gets behind me, starts following me. I make a left, he made a left. I made a right, he made a right. I made a left down a one-way street the wrong way on purpose. And he fucking did the same thing. Then it dawned on me. I said, we're about to find out who got the most gas in their car.
Oh, no.
You're going to outlast them? Oh, my God.
I was headed to the
like
Symphony. Now I was headed to Philly. Fuck that. If you catch me in Philly, you got me, motherfucker. But yeah, that truly happened. That truly happened. So I don't have a funny car story.
How long did he follow you before he bailed out?
I got to a light. True story. I got to the light, and at the light there was an officer, and I just started following the officer, and then dude got from behind me.
Yeah.
So I was like, wherever the officer goes, I'm going.
That's a good idea. Good.
So that's how I got out of it. Yeah. So there you have it, Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a sketchy car story. I don't know if it's funny, but it's shady as fuck.
Yeah.
You just get on the highway, go to Philly.
It counts.
The next comment, I'm going to need a follow-up, and you can put it in the regular comments if you want. Apparently, you want some kind of advice. Ferrari, California, there's a character limit on Super Chat, right? There must be. I think that's why all these are one line and not whole paragraphs. Ferrari, California went in overheating, then needed $4,000 engine mounts at 10,000 miles. Dealer installed exhaust and was delivered with catalytic temp error. Okay. All of that sounds really bad.
That sounds very bad.
And expensive.
That sounds really bad. Let's assume the car's not under warranty.
Ooh.
Ouch. Because if it is, then I don't really understand. And was delivered with catalytic temp error. Like, if you got it back from the shop. Oh.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it needed these things, and then the dealer
installed
also did an exhaust, and then it showed up with a catalytic error.
So if you installed an aftermarket exhaust and then got an error, that is your fault.
True. But if
you
they
did not research your exhaust properly.
Would a dealer install an aftermarket exhaust, though?
Maybe.
Would.
Don't know. I have no idea. Possibly. If it's an OEM exhaust, that's a real problem. I would love to help you, but I will need to follow up with a lot more information because while I appreciate your comment, I just don't know how to help you because it's very non-specific. How does that smell, Bam?
It smells incredible.
We need to get you here. Wait.
Yeah, I don't want to pour the same thing. Yeah,
no.
I agree with you.
We need to get you a fresh glass.
Or do you have do we have a towel, a paper towel, that I can just wipe this out with?
Zach will handle. Zach will find it. What's next, bro? Once you get out of here, you heading home?
So I'm heading home, man. Headed back. I got to deal just with a lot of the community stuff that I'm doing. But this trip, man. First of all, thank you, bro, for the hospitality, man. On behalf of me, Craig, you showed out this weekend. I appreciate it, bro.
That's all right.
No, I mean I appreciate it, but when I get back, it's really back to the regular hustle. Thank you, bro.
Try that.
The regular hustle and bustle of my life. A lot of community stuff, but this trip back to LA has kind of regrounded me back to like that public, have fun. Everything ain't fucking serious. Live a little, and at the same time, while you live and make money. So that's what I was doing when I was here. And I'm not that I'm not living in Richmond, because I am. I love Richmond. I love what I'm doing. But this opened me back up. So So when I get back to Richmond, I'm quitting shit. That's what I'm doing.
That is very funny. It's like, I mean, is it because LA doesn't really seem like a community in need, whereas Virginia maybe does. I'm not making judgments. I don't hang out there, but
I think there's less open-minded thinking in Richmond, because when you get to a community that's that type, that's so that repetitive and mundane as it pertains to just things that go on over and over, you try to introduce a new idea, it's like, we don't do that here. What the fuck? We can now, you know what I mean? When you get to LA, it's kind of like, here's how I'll say it. In LA, I could be like, yo, I want to go to the moon. Hey, man, my dad got an old spaceship. He don't fuck with no more. You know what I mean? Like, you need it? So it's like
we use a spaceship to get to the bar we built on the moon.
Exactly.
You want to use it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're in Richmond, you're like, hey, man, I'm about to read this book. Bitch, you can't read. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just a different, not
hear
just
that about England. In England,
really?
It's all like, you won't amount to much, so take a bricklaying job, that kind of thing.
And there's so much, so, in Richmond, I got to open back up. I just got to go back after what I was after when I first got there. And the community thing, I think, has been something that's important, but I got to get back to being Bam. And coming back here is like open Bam back up. I become more Micah.
Oh. You need to do more comedy club stuff, because you're doing so much work stuff.
I'm doing a lot of work stuff,
so you need to maybe cut one day of golf off a month or two. For real. Like, I'm joking, but if you take some of the golf days, 3 of them, because if you're getting so much enrichment from doing comedy Bam stuff, do that too.
Yeah. You sound like my girlfriend. She probably gonna appreciate that you just
Find
said.
your balance.
We talk a lot.
I agree. Earlier this morning, I said we had to get you some comedy club spots.
Yeah.
So you need a free crowd, a crowd where it's like, you can say motherfucker and call a guy an asshole, and that's okay.
And that's okay. And also to be able to sort of fail, because when I'm in the corporate market, failing is not something that I think about doing. You know what I mean? But when I'm on a comedy club stage, if I got an hour to be on stage and a joke don't work, who gives a fuck?
Mm-hmm. Do you like a bomb?
Huh?
Do you like a bomb once in a while?
I do. But I like a bomb where I'm open to receiving it, meaning I'm trying new shit, or I'm doing a bunch of crowd work that might not work. But I don't like the bomb with the shit that I think should work.
Some established material with bombs, and you're like, the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that.
Hope that's not the end of this bit.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So
you try your best sex move, and the chick stays silent. You're like, I don't have more material.
I got nothing else.
Shit, that was my closer.
Yeah. Well, close my eyes, Pornhub, here we come.
This is my material.
Yes. This is all I got. This is all I got. But yeah, man. So just back to being Bam. But at the same time, hit me up at Comedian Bam on Instagram, Comedian BAMM, and MBB White. It's my website, WHITE. And you'll see me in England or wherever, man.
I will put all that stuff in the description. Real quick to wrap it back around. The guy with the Ferrari California says the exhaust is OEM Ferrari sport exhaust, and the car was delivered to his home. Okay. So, assuming if you let that car sit and that error goes away and then it doesn't come back, if they drove that car to your house, either someone beat the shit out of it on the way to your house, or they sat in a really bad traffic jam. Because every time, I've never had a catalytic temp error come up in a Ferrari from going fast. Hey, Craig, here's how you diagnose Ferrari problems. I've never had a catalytic temp come up from this is Craig for those in the video. I've never had a catalytic temp come up from going fast, only from going slow.
Sometimes if you replace the cat and you unplug the battery, you need to drive the car a while before it gets enough data in the computer. Like if you unplug your battery and change your exhaust, and then you drive immediately to the smog shop and put on the roller, you'll get a bunch of red flags because you haven't driven it enough where it goes, all these things are fine.
Yeah, it resets.
So it's possible that it's too new.
100 miles to reset them
But I do agree, it's very disappointing when your Ferrari gets dropped off, as you know, and you know.
Yes.
And then you get an error, and you're like, why is my sixth car putting up warning signs?
Yes, this is an error.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the engine mounts. I don't know about that. I assume you fixed them, and I'm sorry that sucks. But catalytic temp errors, I've seen them in a bunch of different Ferraris, and typically after sitting in very gnarly traffic jams. That's when I see them. So if it goes away on its own, if the temps, the car cools down and you don't see it again, then it's fine. If you start the car up again and it happens over and over, somebody has fucked up. Maybe they didn't plug in an O2 sensor. Maybe somebody was sloppy. Maybe there's something wrong with whatever the cat is that you have. Maybe there's some other issue. But, I mean, look, if you're working with a dealer, I think the dealer, I would just go back there. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I would call the dealer immediately.
Totally. That should be easy. They brought it to you. You turned it on and had a problem. All right, call them and they should take it back.
I mean, if a Ferrari dealer should be handling those sorts of things. That's the reason Ferrari labor rates are what they are, is because they should be handling this bullshit.
Yeah. It could be, it could be a lot of
sucks
stuff.
when that happens, and if the car was driven to you, you could have sat in a traffic jam. That's totally possible with those cars.
I overheated a cat in a Ford Escape on the Autobahn, going way too fast, which is a cheap car. So, but yeah, it had to slow down from 120 to 110 for a bit.
That's very funny. All right,
That's some poor white people shit.
That's poor white people shit.
Autobahn Ford Escapes.
Poor white people. They exist. That's a thing. Damn.
There's a lot.
What's up.
Do you not remember when in
You
Playa I
live
had
in
like
Virginia?
6
You haven't
jobs?
seen them?
Nah, I'm just fucking around. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Remember Thaddeus slept in the kitchen?
That's right. There's that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I appreciate y'all having me back on the podcast, man.
You
This
better
is dope.
make it sooner than fucking 6
6 years.
years.
It won't be
this time.
6 years
That was
anymore.
ridiculous.
Nah, it's,
Smile for Craig.
Shout out.
Thanks, man. Comedian Bam with 2 M's, of
That's
course, on Instagram. Comedian Bam. Pull that up on the video. There he is. For those of y'all, thank you for everyone who joined us on Super Chat today. We appreciate your comments, questions, donations. If you are in the Richmond area, by all means, look at Bam at the Funny Bone.
Yes. Look me
For
up.
dates.
Yes.
If you have an insurance company with a Christmas party.
There it is. I'm your man.
Whatever your fucking company is, I have a Christmas party. I think we need to change this top picture soon, though.
that's gangster.
What year was that
You
taken?
Lionel Richie?
What year was that taken?
Shout out to my man Ozell Healing, my photographer.
Bro, that's
he chose that. I went through a branding thing to go from stage to corporate, and this was like one of the transition pictures, and I just never changed it. I
Bro,
just never
take my
changed it.
wife, please.
I love it.
When was that picture taken?
That was taken 2016.
All right.
2016.
We can refresh
It's not
that.
far away. Yes.
Have a good flight, my brother.
Will do, bro.
It is a pleasure.
You got
we
it.
will
So
see you
good,
soon.
man. So good.
Thank
to
you
see
for
you, buddy.
coming in.
There it is.
I think I don't know if we're recording these in order. For those of you watching live, we got Nick Saran coming in later today, 4:00 Central. That may not be the recorded air dates, so don't listen to me if you're not listening to this shit live. Thank all of y'all for joining us. Bam, Craig, thank y'all. Safe travels. The Smoking Tire Podcast is powered by Shout Engine. Get your own damn podcast at shoutengine.com. All you need is a microphone, an XLR cable, some kind of a stand, maybe a roadie stand, an internet connection, a computer, a mixer, a compressor, some
red ass curtains.
What up, Chris?
some
Red
red
curtains.
curtains, lamps, 3 video cameras, Wirecast, a Mac Pro, 2 monitors. But honestly though, that's it. That's really it. That's all it is.
And if you want green curtains, take money from the lobby.
That's
Just
green
get
curtains.
curtains.
Bye, folks.
Peace.